the question that we were wanting to ask folk today was, do you believe in heaven or hell?
I do believe in some sort of reward system.
Okay.
Not necessarily heaven or hell, but there must be. Otherwise, there will be no point of existing. It wouldn't be fair at all if there is no kind of reward and punishment system. But whether it's actually hell or heaven, I don't know. There's all sorts of different views out there.
Yeah.
But philosophically, I think that if there is no reward system, it would be very, very unjust.
Sure.
Indeed.
Yeah, exactly. Because we live in a broken world. That's there's a lot of injustice.
Yes.
And for that to be not punished would be unjust. Yeah.
Exactly. That's how I see it. So there is the way I believe it, or the way I think is that there is a reward of some sort. What it is, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I don't care, because it's like, well, it doesn't matter what it is. What actually matters is if I'm doing good, I'll get something.
Sure.
Moral desert, in other words, if you've ever heard that term.
So can I ask another question regarding that? Do you believe that you are a good person?
There is good and bad in everyone, but I do try my best. Or within my abilities, I think I do. If I ever have a choice, I always try and take the right one, not necessarily being the best one.
Sure, yeah. So, if there was a heaven and hell, for example, do you believe that you would go to heaven or hell?
Heaven, I would hope to, yes.
You like to say heaven?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
So, have you ever read the Bible before?
I have, yes.
You have read the Bible? Yeah. Have you heard what it said before about good and bad, or heaven or hell for that matter?
Well, I know that there are, Jehovah's Witnesses, for example, they don't believe in heaven and hell as such. Not all Christians actually believe in the concept of hell, particularly.
Yeah, you mentioned Jehovah's Witnesses. I used to actually attend the Kingdom Hall just along at Slifford. So to say that they certainly don't believe in hell the way that Jesus actually talked about it, like a place of torment.
Yes.
They just believe you cease to exist.
Yeah.
Yep. And then with regards to heaven, they do believe in heaven, but they believe that only if you like. No, they do believe in a separate heaven, but they only believe that 144,000 people will get there, and these are like the best Jehovah's Witnesses, if you like, and the rest of the people will live on a regenerated earth.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what to be one of those selected few is
highly unlikely, and even according to them. But the thing that the Bible teaches is that actually there'll be a new heaven and a new earth, and it will be us dwelling in God's presence. If you read the book of Revelations, I think it's chapter 21, it talks about how heaven and earth, the new heaven descending down to the earth and God dwelling there with his people.
Yeah, a world without sorrow or suffering or crying and pain. You know, the things that we see in this broken world that we live in. But yeah, so, you know, in Genesis, the Bible says that God created the earth, he created the world, and he himself is our ruler, our creator, and then he made us in his image as human beings. And then it says that he gave us free choice. We could either choose to live for him, God, or we could actually choose to live for ourselves. And the Bible says that we are actually cursed through them, and that we do the exact same things as that they do. God says, here's freedom. You can either choose to live for me. You know, I created you, I love you, I want to have a relationship with you. But he's not made us robots, so we've got free choice. And we, by nature, choose to live for ourselves. And then the result of that is separation from God, because he's perfect, he's holy, he's just, he can't tolerate sin, he can't look at sin. And that is actually taking us away from God. But it sounds doom and gloom, but the Bible also says that 2,000 years ago that God sent his son into the world, God in the flesh, in the words of John 1, and the man Jesus Christ, and that he lived the perfect life that we could never live, and that by believing in him, as he died on the cross and took that punishment, lived the perfect life and rose again to new life, if we believe in him, then a substitution happens. So Jesus actually takes our place on the cross, because the Bible says that the consequence of our sin, our rejection and rebellion of God, is actually death, and that's why death is in this world that we live in today. And that as Jesus died on the cross, that he actually took our punishment, he took our shame, our guilt, all the things that we couldn't do. He lived the perfect life that we couldn't. And the result of that is if we believe in him, we won't perish when we die, but we'll actually go to have everlasting life with God. And the reason why Christianity sticks out so much in comparison with religion per se is it's not about rules. It's not about, how many times I'm going to pray today, or what I'm wearing, or the external. Like, God looks at the heart, and Jesus, he addresses the heart, and he says that, whoever believes, it's not by works, lest any man should boast, to quote Ephesians. It's all about God, and so it's not a man-centered religion, it's God-centered. And there's a lot of historical evidence, like for the scripture, for the Bible, that's really mind-blowing if you actually look into it. I don't know if you've looked into it yourself at all.
Not much, not in great details, but I do know a fair bit about the general outline of Christianity. To me, there is a God somewhere. There must be, otherwise there wouldn't be all this evidence of his existence now. And I kind of reached that belief some while ago that there are all these different gods. They're all manifestation of the same thing, just interpreted differently through different cultures and through different societies. But in the end, it's just one entity.
There's a verse in John 14, I think it is, and Jesus says, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to God except through me." But Jesus actually exclusively makes these massive claims of, "I'm the Son of God, I've come, God in the flesh, I can forgive sin," all these massive claims.
So when you're in a court of law, the people that are asked to judge it have not seen the crime.
They work on that evidence they presented to them.
Absolutely. So, we have, in that sense, we have similar evidence for the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus. We have eyewitness testimonies, which are the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, the early writings.
Thing is, these evidence, if you look at it historically, you'll find that they weren't presented straight afterwards. There's some form of, I think there's like 80 years.
So the writings of Paul are written within a generation.
That was dismissed by the church in the Council of Nicaea, I think it was.
So a lot of internet forums would tell you that there was a lot of early manuscripts that were ignored in the Council of Nicaea. The Council of Nicaea was actually nothing to do with the contents of the Bible. It was actually all about dealing with what was called the Arian heresy, where this guy, Irenaeus, he decided to teach that Jesus wasn't the same being as the Father, it was actually a creation of the Father. But that's kind of a side issue. But the earliest manuscripts we have all attest to the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus. Like firsthand, you have witnesses seeing the empty tomb. So our early sources, like I believe, are very trustworthy, and they're not only verified by the people that said they followed Jesus, said they saw him risen from the dead, but you have people like you mentioned, historians of the time. You have Roman historians like Pliny the Younger, I think it is, and Tacitus, like Jewish historians like Josephus, who are all writing that confirm, yes, Jesus was a Jewish rabbi. Yes, he was crucified under Pontius Pilate, and then yes, people claimed to have seen him after he rose from the dead. So
there's a lot of
documentary evidence.
The first evidence, or the first mention of that, was at least 80 years after the resurrection.
Well, we actually have copies of the early manuscripts. Yeah, I've been to see some of the earliest copies of the